Uh, two-door, sportier looking motorcycle. RO Viola ends.
Whoever's chasing that motorcycle with a unit behind him, can you jump on channel 1, please?
But we are on one.
Channel 1.
Sorry, I meant 2. I meant channel 2.
2 and 3, switching each other.
Did the tailgater have an underglow? Hello? Y'all good?
Yeah, we're better now.
Better now?
Yeah.
Is that you, bro?
Yup, that's me.
You pulled me over like 50 times. It's good to see you back.
If I did that, it was probably deserved.
Damn.
Yeah, it was.
All right, I gotta go. Stay safe.
All right.
RO for the tailgater on Innocence, if it's separate from one that potentially flipped, is Romeo's Harius Cruz.
Yeah, that's the one I initially saw on Innocence. Yeah, that black tailgater that we just saw flip was a different one. Alana and someone else is in there.
Copy.
Affirm, there was is that a Buffalo in the area on the freeway? RO Miles Buchanan.
Affirm, that's the one that was turtled.
And the tailgater that I see is currently northbound on the train tracks that run parallel to the freeway, in between freeway and Popular.
Someone with a white top, black pants, and cat mask is walking around on the phone watching us speak. It's on the phone.
Where at?
It's just currently parallel to El Rancho on Bunch Lane, behind the hospital area. Currently in front of 198, just running up and back and forth along the hill.
He's approaching point. Oh, survive.
Hello.
They were chasing, so he may be potentially related to the 2 individuals that fled.
I'm gonna throw a report up with the pictures. I have a picture of a suspect with a gun out and a picture of the vehicle as well.
Okay, I have a black in color. I believe it would have been the tailgater. I can double check. It was back to Romeo Cruz.
Affirm. That vehicle is occupied 3, possibly 4 times. Those individuals wearing like that dark, like almost Power Ranger-y outfit with motorcycle helmets. I don't have any reason to hold them or pull them over.
Romeo Cruz, I had him in interrogation probably 2 months ago at this point. He had access to a house. I believe it was Jamestown Street 11 is I think what I'm pretty sure I documented on his profile that he had access to the house. So the motorcycle people, if they're involved with him, they might go to that house.
Dun dun dun. Hi chat. Hope y'all are doing well. Ours, thank you for the 21 months. Rapture, thank you for the 57. I think we call this UTL.
08, Mirror Park, 10-7 gas.
Fudge Lane, for now, is code 4. I collected all the evidence where I thought there would be stuff, and 76 I'm for you to process.
Spot check.
noise!
Dispatch 230, 1038, eastbound Del Perro, right by the San Andreas Ave turnoff with a Packer Pounder, the large 18-wheeler, that one. Unsure on occupants. Engine off, windows down, please.
Hey, officer, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Just on the shift.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yes, sir.
So I'm Officer Rhodes, the Los Santos Police Department. Reason for the stop today is a two-part thing. Number one, you were speeding, but two, I would like to conduct a spot check of your cargo.
Understood. I mean, is there any reason necessary?
Being
that,
I mean,
you know, it's kind of the first time you've seen us on the road here.
The amount of times I see someone on a road doesn't really matter, I guess, in the eyes of the law.
Right. I mean, seems like a warrant may be necessary there, Mr. Rhodes. I mean,
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there.
Well, I guess maybe in better words, upon what you know, what presumption that you may need to look in the bag. I'm not quite sure.
So, all commercial vehicles, such as grime trucks, essentially, are subject to spot checks to ensure that their cargo is within compliance.
Northbound Strawberry or northbound Popular Street. I've had multiple cars drive
with the
past.
compliance here,
I'm
you know,
seeing if
I
they
understand
go by a second time.
for some time, you know, and I'm sure you're probably all too familiar with Mr. Marlowe many moons ago.
That is correct. Yes.
Right. Was there any update in regards to that, Mr. Rhodes?
So legally, I'm not sure if anything has changed. However, my interpretation and application of said law, specifically the oh gosh, what was it worded as? Wide load, if I recall correctly. I don't know if it's actually been reworded, but the important bit is that my application of it is on the safe side of you have to be over the limit, really, no matter how you sort of perceive how it's written. Essentially, unless things have changed as of recent, you would be allowed to carry up to 1,000 kilograms of any one specific type of cargo. Exceeding 1,000 of any one specific type of cargo would make you in violation of the wide load law, essentially.
Understood. And has the city or you know the PD as yourselves made it noticeable or aware to the drivers themselves, or they just kind of
so if you brought up Marlowe in discussions in the past, I'm going to assume you've been doing this long enough to have had discussions with him.
He told me something recently, but about the past, so that's why I mentioned it.
Okay.
He mentioned Mr. Rhodes, and I know you do such a great job here, Mr. Rhodes, but yeah, you know, I just curious here, so I thought I just
listen, you're good. I'm not gonna, you know, to try to put this into perspective. Typically, the first time I pull somebody over, it's very much so an informative thing. Now, to be clear, I wouldn't let somebody legally drive. Okay, let me rephrase that so it's not perceived poorly. If you are not in compliance, I cannot legally allow you to drive and break the rules of the road. You would have to do so at your own risk. Now, will I pull you over throughout the duration of your, your delivery? Probably not. Not unless you're doing something like speeding, driving recklessly or negligently, stuff like that. Does that absolve you of violating that law? No. And what I mean by that is if another officer were to pull you over and issue you a citation or an actual charge for that, that's up to them, right? So I always ensure that people are made aware of the actual laws in place. Give them a slap on the wrist. For the most part, I don't even document it. Nothing on paper, essentially. And more of a, if I catch you doing this again, you understand the consequences at this point. But
of course,
you are taking the risk by leaving this traffic stop overweight, with the wide load. That is entirely on you. What happens to you is your responsibility.
Absolutely. And Mr. Rhodes, if I may,
yep.
Say if you're put into a position of mine, and I'm sure that you must have put hundreds of hours in your profession and your career. Now, if I was, per se, in your position, and I'd say, being kind as you are, enforcing a law that would limit you in such a civilian matter of, not harming anybody or sorts within your line of profession. I mean, does this make sense? For me, it's kind of the first time I'm hearing it in a clear say of words here, but I mean, it's something that maybe should be discussed in closed doors with legislation.
You know what? I've tried. To be fair, I have been mostly MIA for the past month and a half, 2 months.
Yes,
and
sir.
in saying that, prior to that, I made it a point specifically to ensure that everybody was aware that they need to bring this up to the mayor, the council, which is why I always, unless somebody is giving me reason to not be lenient with them the first time, I always, at the end, with the remainder of my spiel, mention, please, please, please let the mayor's office, anyone part of the council, aware of this very poorly written law. Because unfortunately it didn't make sense. It didn't then, and it likely doesn't now. But here's the reality. I want it changed, but guess what? Unless people complain, it's not going to.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Mr. Rhodes, have you seen the amount of truckers? I mean, I beg, Mr. Miller to give some sort of attraction or something. It's generally myself for the past few days here. It's been rather reluctant, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, it's been very scarce. I mean, hell, even ourselves today, we're the only ones, trying to carry the imports and exports of San Andreas.
Were y'all the ones I saw at the Great Ocean Del Perro gas station earlier?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, just making sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for me, I did submit a proposal for Crusoe trucking. So many moons ago, I've submitted a proposal for it. I had a great team. We got a good format, have SOPs, and a very good business proposal that I submitted. I had a good third round interview with Shaban. Seems like they're very attracted to the deal there, but now we got a new thing here. We do have a commercial building that we've obtained, and looking to pursue, and hopefully can help attract more truckers along the way there.
Interesting. Well, I am very happy that you are pursuing that. I just realized I actually remember this very clearly. I pulled you over. It was one of two places. It was either on Popular or on the side street of Popular and El Rancho, or Popular and Chum, right along the bend.
It was right there. It was a very extremely late night. I was coming home in my car.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
I do
that thing
recall
barely
that.
can push over.
If
90,
I had to guess, I'd say it was on the bend, making the right-hand turn on a Chum, if I recall correctly.
I think I was coming straight down on Popular. Almost right there. I was gonna go park up and go sleep where I usually sleep, in the corner, down in the docks. But well, what are you gonna do?
Remember that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It was a good night.
Now, is there a reason for the speeding? You were doing over 100. Speed limit is 90 on the freeways.
Right. Yeah, honestly, I seen some suspicious cars back there. There've been a dozen all around the city, and to be honest, I'm not quite sure what's going on in the streets, but we've been, doing a stop here and there, and to be honest, it's been rather suspicious. I mean, from being familiar with one with the road here, Mr. Rhodes, it's felt like I just kind of needed to get out from the vicinity there.
Okay. All right. Do you have some identification with you?
Absolutely, absolutely. Here we
All
go.
right. Now, as I stated, I have been a bit MIA for the past month and a half or so. So prior to me conducting a spot check, I am going to ensure everything legally still is the same. Last thing I'd want to do is violate anybody's rights. All right. So I'm going to go back there, run your information. Number one, I appreciate your compliance. Two, should everything still legally be in order and nothing has changed regarding spot checks, I will inform you of when I'm going to conduct it. Essentially, I'm just going to go to the back, going to check the current current manifest back there. You can come to the back once I'm doing that, but not right now because I'm going to be in my car for just a bit.
Sounds good, Mr. Rhodes.
And then I'll run
do
you through
apologize,
everything. No, you're
sure
good.
thing.
You're
I
good.
apologize for any inconvenience, all right?
No. You listen.
Right now, we can't join.
I could have done anything else. All right, I chose to do this.
I mean,
You're
granted,
good.
Mr. Rhodes, I did keep it on the highway. I'm not one of those city slickers, disrupting, the business there. But
Good. I appreciate that.
yes, sir. I got one job, and that's to get these exports, to the depot.
Perfect. All right. Do
Yes,
me a
sir.
favor. Sit tight. I'll be with you shortly.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Rhodes.
All right. Charge. Wide load. All right, we're good there. $612. 6 days ago. I got a warning. 6 days. 5 days ago, got their weapons. We'll let the speeding slide. We'll spot check. Wide load. Do.
Howdy, Mr. Rhodes.
All right. So, looks like you got a warning about 6 days ago for speeding. Listen, I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna bust your balls over the speeding. It was 11 over. Nothing crazy. I mean, yes, if I say doing 101 or 102, that sounds bad. But when the speed limit's 90, it's not the end of the world. I'm not gonna bust your balls over that.
I'll be sure to limit at 95 there. I honestly.
Well, don't tell me that that's still 5 over.
My apologies. I thought it was 95, so 90.
90.
Not a mile.
90.
Not a mile per hour over there.
It's
Mr.
55. If I recall correctly, 55, 75, 90.
Yes, sir.
You may have gotten confused with the 5s and the other speed limits, but
No worries.
so I'm gonna go ahead and conduct the spot check. If you'd like, you can head over to the back with me. I'll check everything out, make sure everything's in compliance. If so, you'll be on your way. If not, I'll have the conversation with you regarding, essentially legally how it's supposed to be, and then still have you on your way. Because I'm again, slap on the wrist, hey, teachable moment, and then move forward. All right.
Yes, sir. All right. I appreciate it, Mr. Rhodes.
If you want to head on back, both of you, come on. All right, let's take a look here.
This is Mr. Vinny. He's an associate of Fuso Trek, and he's actually
Hi, Vinny.
took him
Nice
out.
to meet
It's
you
his
as well.
second run, actually, believe it or not.
All right. So taking a look at the cargo manifest here, it does show the contracted cargo is food. You're allowed up to 1,000 kilograms. Let's take a look at what's inside.
All right. Well, it's the first time for me, so it's a good learning experience, as you said there, Mr. Rhodes.
All right, let's see.
And to be honest, I think it's probably worth a shot pursuing it with Siobhan and Max there, right? With this legislation.
For context, I have spoken to them regarding the situation at hand, and nothing changed.
Understood.
I discussed how vague it was written, how if it were to be enforced with how it's written, it is crazy in terms of how vague it is. And I was told they'll consider adding some like total weight limits as opposed to individual cargo type limits, and that did not happen. So let's see, we have 20, 25, 30, 40. Okay, so you are overweight regarding electronics. Let me take a look at the tools here.
Is it would you reckon it's food only for 1,000, or is it 1,000 for
so that's okay. I'll try to put this into perspective.
Right.
With how it's currently written, it states anyone who operates a commercial delivery vehicle in violation of the contracted and/or trailer load limits. Officers need no independent reasonable suspicion other than the operation of the vehicle to spot check these conditions for compliance, right? And as I read plainly, in violation of the contracted and/or trailer load limits. Here's the issue. When you get a new contract, which I'm assuming you're doing food now, is that correct?
Yep.
Guess what? If you previously picked up food, irrelevant. In fact,
230, 297 direct.
if stand by. If you picked up anything other than food before, technically, would you not be in violation by having anything above 0?
Yeah, exactly.
That is why I have been trying to push for this for months to get changed, because if an officer wanted to be an absolute dick, they could. And the reality is people won't make a fuss until someone gets screwed. And I'm not here to screw anybody over. The way I apply it is, all of these weight limits are always 1,000, specifically to the packer or pounder, whichever one this is. So my application of it is for any one specific type of cargo, whether that's tools, electronics, magazines, food, anything of the sort, you're allowed up to 1,000 kilograms. Because
in that matter, I could choose to select contracts to not go over,
Correct. Now, unfortunately, unless you are lucky enough to get a 500 kilogram contract, because from my understanding 500 is the minimum, you would never be able to select an additional one of the same cargo type unless it's another 500. That would be the only situation in which you would legally be able to,
which would be a blue moon.
You're rated the limit.
Yeah, the 500 alone is rare, so rare.
And so again, for me, I would much rather there be, let's say, an overall sort of weight capacity. Alternatively, cargo manifests that indicate the specific types of deliveries y'all have been assigned to pick up. That way, everything is listed. But as it currently stands, again, my application of this law is essentially don't have over 1,000 kilograms of any one type of cargo, and you're good. Again, with how it's written, which is very not good, having anything other than food right now. But how does that logically make sense? If that manifest is gonna get swapped the next time you select a new contract, making everything illegal in there would be silly. That's clearly not its intent, but I mean, it is what it is.
Mr. Roach, you see this?
See what?
Look at this. It's like a race, huh? Or something like something going on over there.
Oh, wow.
I don't quite know.
That's a bit preposterous.
Who's that? Are they desperate for attention?
Is that
One moment. I'm sorry. Professionalism out the window. Who is that standing on a police car unpopular? Who's seeking attention? I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Is what I would have said if I didn't mean it, but I did.
Right. What the fuck is your problem?
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, that's my boss and that's her boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
They're
I'm sorry.
watching-
I'm sorry.
They're
Okay.
watching the professional at work, you know.
So, what is? I mean, listen. I understand. A lot of people, sort of, do like a risk assessment of all situations, and for most people, especially with me being one of the only people, looking into wide load related citations, it likely is going to happen more frequently. If you don't mind, I would highly recommend reaching out to somebody on the council, the mayor's office, and try to push for its change.
Absolutely.
Because I think it's silly, yes, but again, unless it finally gets changed, because it's a hassle enough to most people, but we're also sort of shooting ourselves in the foot if you are true and claiming that you're one of the only people still doing grime-related deliveries.
Yeah, it's been extremely bad here, Mr. Rhodes, and upon your return, I think you'll come to find an understanding of that there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate.
It's I'm one of the few originals from the very beginning. So I myself been gone for conducting business down there in Sicily for about 6 to 8 weeks, but just returned a few days ago, and upon the approval of the business, that's when I'll start recruiting and getting the being hot, because I do believe trucking will be the lifeblood of the city here.
I would
still
not be
believe.
surprised if that's the case.
Yeah.
That much I will say.
Yes, sir.
So, if you can, and I know sometimes the only contracts available for pickup are things that you've already picked up. My only ask is that you do put forth an effort into ensuring that what you're picking up is ideally something that you didn't before, because then for the most part you're safe. You've done enough, in my opinion, to, if I were to pull you over, for me to be like, all right, listen, like I understand,
a little bit of due diligence. Yeah.
Right.
Pretty
and
much.
You'll see the effort once you see the car, though. So I'll pass the good word along if I see anybody along. Literally today, and I've been trucking a few runs today, but I only seen one other guy. That was it. I couldn't believe. I even preached him. I said, "You're the employee of the month." I said, "Look at you. Want to encourage the guy." He was happy. I'll probably hopefully see him again now.
And that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm not going to issue a citation for the speeding or the wide load related stuff.
Thank you, Mr.
As long as, again, we have the general understanding that within this vehicle, all of the contract load limits are 1,000. I don't recall the others. I'm going to assume the truck smaller than this might be 500. And I don't recall the smaller ones. But either way, you understand the gist of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll keep it in mind now. I've actually, studying the contracts. It was always more on routes, but it'll be more on cargo now.
0723.
All right. Now, beyond that, do either of y'all have any comments, questions, or concerns for me?
I don't believe so.
For your understanding, I can give you a hug right now, Mr. Rhodes, all right? For my appreciation, but
I'm sorry. A what? I didn't catch that. I apologize.
I'll give you a good hug right now. Out of
hug?
a gentleman's hug. Yeah.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Right?
Don't worry about it.
If you ever want to leave PD and make some big bucks, you always got a spot here in Crusoe Trucking for you, right? Mr. Rhodes,
I appreciate it.
Way, right?
I do appreciate it.
Yes, of course.
All right. Y'all are gonna be free to go. I'm actually gonna recommend that you take off before me. This lane of travel is stopped. And I know it might take some time for y'all to get up to speed, so I will continue to block this lane. If y'all wouldn't mind loading up, get the truck moving. That way y'all don't get struck by a speeding car, okay?
Alrighty.
All right. Y'all
Have a
stay
good one.
safe. Dispatch 230, latest 38, code 4108. Looks like tofu. It was desync. 230.76 strawberry gas. You good?
Yeah, the door
We're
was
good.
supposed to close.
All right. Refuel. Be pretty short. 55 bucks was charged. I didn't think we were missing that much.
6, 9, 10, 8.
What did you just do?
Affirm. Mark 10. Where?
Is it Anime Boy?
I remember finding stills under here. We try Sandcastle Way again.
Dispatch 308 operating under 213.
Who made that sound? Who gave Elmo a radio?
I did.
Hello?
right?
297, does somebody have access to the application form for PD?
Just go to the required and then search application and it should pop up.
Do you know the number for it?
I got it.
3709. Report 3709.
Thank you.
Good advice. We got shots fired at Fudge Lane again.
230.
10926.
213.
You got 736.
Just on duty. Is something been going on Fudge?
Affirm. 45 minutes ago, there were shots fired there.
7 reported up there.
One, there's a lot of cars on the northern side.
You guys, it looks like a black on black Tesla XS was the vehicle used.
Tow truck trying to tow a vehicle. I do not see any bodies with the 47. Can somebody go to the hospital?
Hey, firm. 217.
The car that looks like it was being towed is Marissa Manicure. And then 758 is in the gauntlet.
No gauntlet at CMC.
There wouldn't be a gauntlet. There'd be people, injured people.
Yeah, there's no one at CMC at the moment. Oh, there is a gauntlet pulling up right now, black in color.
The tow truck also belongs to Marissa Manning. So stand by.
The only plate we got was Sentinel
Like,
Lexus.
did you see anything?
I have that gauntlet.
Curiosity, was it a Romeo?
I have that gauntlet that was called out to that drug sale. Currently at Pillbox, not Pillbox, at Crusade Medical right now. He's just ran in.
6 Foxtrot 5-6 is the one you have?
Yes, 10-4.
Okay, let's get units to that gauntlet.
Am I crazy or is that unrelated? Wasn't that from Marina Drive up north?
Would so.
Yeah, it's unrelated.
Stand by.
We have gunshots from a vehicle in the general area. It was the Black Sentinel XS, plate ending in S1P.
They get units to stay with me on Pudge. I'm gonna fuck up.
It's still here.
253, yeah.
213 is still here as well.
230
Yeah,
as well.
the gauntlet was from Marina Drive, so just hang out the CMC and see if anybody comes through.
Spoke to someone on Fudge. They seem to think locals started shooting at them. I'm not believing it.
So where y'all are located is where those shots were fired from a vehicle. It's also possible that they went towards the train tracks and either cut north or south. I say that because that's the location that those other individuals fled when they were running on foot earlier. Also, that tailgater that we assumed may have been involved was also on these train tracks heading north in the last situation.
There's some individuals up the street that live in a house up here. I asked them if he'd consent to a GSR test, and he just ran back inside and said he's join.
You advise the vehicle that was flagged will be 31 comes back to a 6 figures. I'm sure
Okay,
of getting
so-
affiliation.
Alright, trail of blood. I'm gonna follow it.
Got a motorcycle in westbound Capital, RO Viola ends.
Yeah, a female white hair, spectating from the hospital side.
That motorcycle was the exact same RO of the motorcycle that we were pursuing earlier that went through here as well.
36976.
Yeah, nothing's at Crusade yet.
I don't see the motorcycle at CMC.
I did see a motorcycle fly by, but I didn't get a chance to get the plate. It went westbound on Innocence, occupied 2 times.
A firm.
That bike, when it went by the firm, was only one times occupied bike.
What color was the Sentinel?
Black based upon the 71 Bravo call.
black Sentinel pulling into the car park across from the Vanilla Unicorn.
S1P is going to be the last 3.
Yeah, this one's not the same.
Not the same, but it is flagged. It's flagged up, but it's a different Sentinel.
Aura of the Black Sentinel is gonna be a 6 figures.
I think we let this Sentinel go, and then the other one will pop up soon, probably.
I think we're good on evidence collection on no fudge. Omar, did you find more?
That could have been disastrous. I just had a speeding black Sentinel in opposing lanes of travel northbound Elysium Fields. They are heading through the off-road slip up towards the hospital. And by RO 6 figures, plate ending in S1P. We need
Yeah,
additionals
that's
here.
the same Sentinel.
Do me a favor, continue up onto the road, please. Gonna be purple in color. And we are. Oh, they're fleeing. Westbound Capital.
297.
Oh my God, hard 50.
Oh my God, they hard 50. Up in the air, smoking. Cars up, cars up, cars up.
Hands up
He's
in
on
the
foot
air
on
now.
radio. Running southbound Capital. Or, sorry, westbound Capital.
Okay, we have 4 units here, so we do not need any more on
Hello?
this, I think one. We'll stay back with the
Hey.
car.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good and Gucci. How are you?
You're gonna what?
I said I'm good and Gucci. How are you?
Oh,
no fair. You
hands behind
cheated.
your back.
There's one time it's occupied. That female.
What
was
do you
running
mean I
from
cheated?
hospital.
Oh,
195.
Good shit.
okay. I understand why you was going in the canals. And you know what? At this point in time, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be against you in the court of law. You do have the right to an attorney during any and all questioning, and if you can't afford one to be provided by the state if available. Do you understand these rights as I read them to you today?
I'm not just gonna get on the building above you, Alice.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now I am gonna go ahead and search your person. Is there anything that's gonna poke, stab, stick, or prod me?
Yeah.
What
I
is
have a
that?
wrench.
You got a wrench?
We got 95.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
I
Let me
have
see
a
here.
toolkit in there.
Oh, girl, is you
I have
bleeding?
3 toolkits. Yes, I am bleeding.
Oh
You
my
tapped
God.
with me,
Okay.
so now I feel like we're gonna pass
Oh,
out.
oh.
You did this to me. You did this.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
You literally pushed me against the damn cement. That hurt me, and now I'm bleeding. Apologize.
We are.
Foot running. She came from the hospital.
We
or something like
are.
that. I let her go. I told her to leave the area.
No EMS.
All right. My individual is currently bleeding and has a firearm on their person. All right. Do we have any EMS available?
No EMS on duty.
All right. There's no EMS. I'm gonna go ahead and apply an IFAC, GSR test, and transport. Here we are. I am gonna look you over here. Okay. Ooh. Girl.
Oh. What?
It does. It doesn't look like you fell. Ah.
Yeah, you just pushed me onto the cement.
That's right. I did do that. Oh wait, I did this.
Yes, you did this. That's what
Oh my
I'm saying.
gosh. Okay. All right. Oh, well, hopefully. Listen, I ain't a medical professional, but I'm hoping. I'm just gonna make sure we're all good here. Okay.
A black tailgater.
And I am gonna GSR test you, and then we'll get you transported. Okay.
Sure.
Here we are. What's your full legal name?
Gary's motherfucking king.
Is it AK for short?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, AK. In just a moment here. All right. You are positive for gunshot residue. All right. I'm gonna get you brought over to the vehicle here. Okay.
Is the 95.
You are. around. Actually, that's not my car.
What was the name again, sorry? I'm blank all of a sudden.
Aries King is the name of the suspect.
All right. Now, aside from this, how's your day going?
Not so great, honestly.
Not so great. What's going on?
You know, I don't really like the trauma dump, so I'll save it for my therapist, honestly.
But I'm asking. It's not really trauma dumping if I'm asking.
I don't know.
Watch
You know,
your
usually
head.
people ask if you're okay, but they don't like really care, so.
But I
I'm gonna
actually
advise that you
care.
don't care.
Listen, I actually care. Yes.
Yeah, he
I got cheated on.
He's been circling.
By
the area. He
who?
headed up towards Mirror Park and circled
My
around in
ex?
the
Well, who's
oil
your
fields a
ex?
few times too.
Oh, that. I don't really. I feel like I'm gonna bleed out again or something. I don't know. All these waters upstairs are just making me like want to pass out.
230-76 CMC. I need 2 additional units with me. 1 to be in the hospital, 1 to watch over our vehicles at CMC.
614's already at Crusade.
A firm. You know what? I'll take 4. I'll take 2 inside, 1 watching the vehicle. Greenway, I'll have you watch over the vehicle.
10-4.
Bro, can you stay here while we document the vehicle?
Here we are.
Hey, firm.
Be advised that red sports vehicle that kind of slow rolled the area. RO was Jet Weber. All right. Here we are.
Rose, does she have any? This is from a drug sale. Do we have drug sales from that vehicle?
Negative,
as
not.
well, or?
No. This was not a drug sale. This was the Sentinel called out for the shooting.
That's the Jet Weber behind us. We just brought him to the hospital like 20 minutes ago.
Here we are. All right. Watch your head, AK.
She has some rolls in her trunk. I'm leaving them there because we have no justification.
Here we are. I'm gonna lock this up. Let's get you some medical.
What did you want to help out, Rod?
Just being inside, because I don't know if anyone's gonna be in there. You know. Hey, Kate, would someone try something wild to get you saved? I said, would one of your friends?
Uh-oh.
Girl.
Yeah, one of my friends are in the hospital.
Girl, how's you gonna fall on me like that?
She's still bleeding.
I didn't do nothing.
No,
She fell.
Gravity was
She
in it.
fell.
Gravity was in it.
What did you do? Well, I tackled her and she fell.
What did you tackle her for?
Well, I didn't tackle her here. It was before. She was hurtied, you know? Okay. Are you good, AK? Can you see? Is everything good?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see everything, but no, I'm not good.
Okay. All right. Well, I just, you know, as long as you can see everything, we're gonna get a doctor to look you over, okay? I understand. Girl, listen, you shouldn't have ran. If you didn't run, you wouldn't have hit that car in opposing lanes, driving all crazy.
Well, no.
Well, yeah. Here we are. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and place you on the bed here, okay? There you are.
Can you cuff her to the bed if she's cuffed?
Yes.
I'm cuffed.
Yeah.
There we are.
You look like I'm gonna like do something. Like what?
I trust nobody.
Well, you're the same person who literally pushed me against a cement wall, and now I'm bleeding.
You actually jumped towards that wall. Now, if you
Well-
didn't want to make contact with said wall, don't jump towards it.
So, what happened to her? What kind of injuries are we dealing with?
Well, what happened was she done crash flipped her car, disabled, ran on foot, got tackled, cuffed.
Did she
In that order.
get tased?
Nope. No.
I bled out because he pushed me against the cement wall.
Ma'am, do you know you... Yeah, looks like
Hmm?
something might happen to your arm here.
Yeah, he pushed me against the cement wall.
The cement doesn't have this. Looks like you have a entry wound by some kind. I don't know if it might have been cement or something else.
That's the only thing I remember starting to bleed from, honestly.
The doc is saying you made contact with cement. I think doc's saying you fell off.
Well, no, you pushed me, and then
you what? You what?
And then I started bleeding.
Fell off.
You
And then I started bleeding.
You have an object in your arm here.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a watch. You like it? It's Dior.
You say it's Dior?
Yeah, I have a Dior watch.
Oh my god. Y'all ever look at the outlets on the wall and think when it's that way, it's like a kind of face?
Huh?
Yeah.
The red outlets.
It's like facial expression.
Yeah. Like
You
looking
be
at the
talking
front
to outlets? Oh, you need to go to Parsons meeting.
Open your ears. When did I say I talked to outlets?
Oh.
When did I say that? You want to explain?
Just
Girl,
now.
I think the necklace is on too tight.
Well, no, but this necklace, this Cuban link is also a Dior too. What do you think?
I think it's the only thing bright about you. Hey,
well,
Alice,
no.
what's up?
Hey,
I
what are you
think you
looking
need
to
to tone
charge
your
her
hair,
with?
baby. It's not toned right. You need that purple shampoo.
Well,
with
reckless
conditioner.
evading, resisting. I don't know if she got a weapons license, but she had a gun. She positive for GSR. Why you say that? You good? Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I'm Motion King. Motion King. The reason
Saw
I'm
that
asking
in
is
my
because
fucking
we're
rearview
trying
mirror. I was so
to
confused.
just what we're flagging the car. I put it for violent felony. However, criminal use of firearm is only a misdemeanor. So it's whether or not you were gonna hit her with reckless endangerment. No, I'm running back. I'm okay.
I don't even think reckless endangerment would qualify because it.
If she's shooting around a neighborhood, I mean, she ain't got a reason to. She doesn't say, I'm actually fucking trapped in a rat cage right now. How do you fucking get out of this? Wait, I'm like actually stuck.
Okay, truthfully, I don't have enough information to push a VAF. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing
Oh,
so.
I'm not doing a VAF. No. I would not do a VAF because we did not have like a lot.
Then
of
Alice, realistically, the impound reason is irrelevant. They probably all get put in there for the same shit.
Okay, well, whatever then. I put it for violent felony and then it'd
All
be
right,
done. But
it's fine. When it gets impounded, could you swing by and see what the impound fee on that is?
Sure.
Because if it's the same as literally everything else, Alice, bitch, I'm putting it all in for reckless evade, and because the impound reason's irrelevant.
Yeah, I will. I'll look it up.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye bye.
All right, bye.
Was that tow truck pulling up for the car?
Like, how's your
Abraham,
shift
it has been
going?
up on its
My shift is going pretty alright.
Is it her? You know?
Let's get her.
Oh,
all right.
Oh, we playing Ring Around the Rosie or something? I love that game.
We're gonna leave it as violent felony.
Oh, hey y'all.
Oh.
What's tea? So.
Oh,
just gonna go ahead and get you back in cuffs, okay?
Sure, go ahead. I'm like really oily though.
Yeah, she's a slippery
You
like
sure
a
about
fish.
that?
Her words, not mine.
You weren't oily the first or second time.
The second time, yes, actually. He couldn't manage to, you know.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now that you've been medically treated, I am going to read you your rights again, make sure we're all on the same page. If at any point in time you can't see anything properly, let me know, okay?
I don't see anything.
Like that. Good luck on your fishing.
But what I do see is that your hair is untoned.
Just threw me off.
It's true.
Did you say untoned?
Yes, untoned, baby.
No, women can.
I used to own a barbershop called BB Cut.
Normal. It just caught me off guard.
Giving you a good hookup, a good discount for some purple.
You used to own a barbershop? Used to?
Yes.
And you want me to take advice from you?
Yes, actually, I'm like one of the #1 stylists in Los Santos. Please.
Oh.
Have you seen people's BBLs that I've given them?
According to who?
Everyone in this bitch. Not this bitch per se, but everyone in Los Santos, they can tell you BB Cuts was the #1 spot.
Dispatch 230, 76
like,
to the
don't
vehicle,
play in my face.
195.
Baby, what do? You lug around in a cup.
My job, clearly, because you in cuffs. Made you fall off.
You thrive off of that while eating nasty donuts and cold ass coffee.
You know nothing about me.
You know nothing about me, so what's tea?
That's actually not true. We know a little about each other.
Okay, so what do you know about me? What's my
but
favorite
watch
color?
your head. Actually, okay, maybe I lied.
We
Maybe I
discussed
lied.
this
I'm
before.
trying.
The fact
You
that
know,
don't
I'm
remember is
trying.
fake.
There is an issue when dealing with someone who ain't that memorable. AK 23076 for sure.
And are you memorable?
Clearly, because you remembered the encounter. I forgot it existed.
I don't remember no encounter.
Caleb, thank you so much for the radio.
I don't
Hope you had
even
a good
remember how we
stream.
met, honestly. I'm not even being funny. I don't.
Do you hate Alana?
No.
Oh. You were probably with Alana. She did some dumb shit. That sounds about right. Fuck Alana.
Oh, why is it fuck Alana? She's a nice girl.
You know, maybe if you're her friend, but she
She's a nice girl.
unhinged.
Unhinged. I'm definitely unhinged too.
23 mission
You act
row,
like you weren't
105.
unhinged once upon a time before you decided to join the academy.
I have never been unhinged.
Never.
I have always been in control.
230 to
control. So why aren't you? Oh,
Pins, Lucas, and all that. Can you guys check your text?
Hey, firm. Give me one moment.
Just whenever you clear roads.
What is he, baby?
I got a meeting. All right. Well, watch your head, AK. Here we are. All right. Lock that up. And in the cells we go. But at this point in time, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can will be against you in the court of law. You do have the right to an attorney during any and all questioning. And if you can't afford one, will be provided by the state if available. You understand these rights as I've read them to you today?
Dispatch shows
Yes, I do.
All right. And can you see
For
everything
some reason,
fine?
I don't.
Okay.
No.
All right. Is this better? Perfect.
Posting me up like a pig in a blanket. Damn.
You know, sometimes we gotta carry you in. The lighting is otherwise very bright.
I mean, I never step like that, so I can do some walking on my own, you know.
Okay.
I knew someone was gonna do it. I've been waiting.
Here we are. All right. I am gonna go ahead and search your person one more time. Make sure we is all on the same page. You got a weapons license?
I should. I definitely bought one.
Okay. Has it ever been revoked?
Not that I know of.
I'm gonna check the radio frequency here.
231 tonight.
253 is in traffic.
All right. So, I am going to be holding on to the firearm and the wrench for the time being.
276 to the latest,
Here.
37.
Now, AK, you want to explain what happened?
What do you mean? Oh, you want me to explain what happened?
Yeah, what happened?
So where do I even begin? Okay, so there I was, you know, I woke up, feeling pretty per usual.
So
and
that's
then,
what
like I mentioned,
that's how I start all my stories. But
yes.
in court, it starts with, but so there I was, Your Honor, minding my business when all this. Anyways, go on.
I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say,
I
I started off my day, you know, woke up feeling pretty, reeling from the events of last night because, like I said, I got cheated on by a stupid ex. He decided to cheat on me with my best friend.
Ew.
And then like literally play in my face. No, literally.
Nah,
literally
but your
play in my
best
face,
friend is
talking-
dirtier for that.
Exactly, because you want to know the tea about that. She told her other best friend, and they was lying to my face about it for like days, weeks, even. And I'm just like, oh, you know, I trust you. I don't have to like worry about none of that shit. Exactly. And like, yeah, I'm just like, no, I trust them. You know, I'm not like one of those like people that are just like, yeah, no, I need to hold you close to me. Like, I trust this, that, and the third. But no,
an
he decided
alpaca.
to cheat on me.
Excuse me? Oh.
260.
So yeah, then he also decided to introduce me to like one of his friends, and then he hoists her over his shoulder. My friends tell me to turn around. I see that shit from the corner of my eye. I'm just like, hold on now. Let me get a closer look. So I scaled a building, and then I brought out a
approached the
camera.
bars.
Yeah. So I turned around, and then